Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name's Karen. If you're new here, howdy. Hope you like what you see and consider subscribing. And if you're one of my viewers who keeps watching me, thank you very much. And I hope you consider subscribing if you haven't already. That would be really, really great. I've got another mixed bag again today. I've got a little Temu haul, and I mean a little Temu haul, tiny bits and pieces, and apart from one quite big piece which I'm really chuffed with. But I do have some sewing to show you, which is unusual for me because I don't normally, do I? Without further ado, we'll do the sewing first. I'll put a video in here. My first outfit that I've finished, that I've got to show you, that's not an outfit, it's a garment, but it makes an outfit, is my Zadie, my lovely Zadie. And this is my third Zadie. Zadie's by Paper Theory pattern, and I absolutely love sewing the Zadie. It's a bit fiddly, the binding is a bit fiddly. However, this lovely viscose came from Tessuti Fabrics, and I'll show it to you up close. I think I've showed you it before when I said I was going to make a dress out of it, but I changed my mind and made a Zadie. Yeah, so this is the third one I've made, and I think I did one of my vlogs and I was wearing like a leopard print Zadie. Well, I went to put that on to go out for a night out, and lo and behold, some of the bindings coming away here. Fortunately, it's the bit that overlaps so you don't see it, and then down at the bottom where the two halves meet at the sort of crotch area, it's coming away there as well. So I'm gonna have a go at trying to fix that, but the material's very frayed. That viscose was, I think it was quite a cheap one I got from Pound Fabrics or something. It's quite frayed, so I don't know whether I will be able to fix it. So I might be down to two Zadies, but because it's me third, I French seamed the back. Look. I was going to do it all. I was going to do it all, and then after I'd done the first one, and then I thought, oh, I'm not going to do the binding. I won't do around the sleeves. And then I just sort of forgot about it when I came back to it. But I've overlocked the edges, so it'll be fine. It'll stand the test of time, I'm sure. But I can't wait to wear this. Absolutely love it. I didn't hem the sleeves or the bottom of the legs. I did them with the rolled hem stitch on the on my overlocker. And I really like it. I think it really sort of sets it off. I went for the white just to pick up in the white of the fabric rather than the blue. I didn't think you would see the blue as much. And then if that all goes horribly wrong when I put it in the washer and starts to come away where I haven't figured out how to finish it off, I can always turn it over and use that as the overlocked edge. So that was the first one. This is the next one. Now, this is, oh no, where have I put the pattern for this? Have I put this away yet? Hang on one second. This is, sorry, I'm back. This is the Athena top by Tessuti Fabrics. And that's the picture of it on the model on the front. And I looked at the sizes on the back and the finished garment measurements, they put me as a small. Wait, people, I've never been small in my life. I've never been a small. And yeah, width at bust for a small, even 52 inches. This is what I did the last time when I cut the pattern out. I'm thinking this cannot be right. Width at bust 52 inches, width at hem 51 inches, length of sleeve from neckline edge 25 inches. Right, well, yeah, I didn't do the small. I couldn't believe that I was going to be a small, because I've never been a small ever. Even when I was little, I was always a medium or a large. So I did the medium instead, and it is huge, as you'll see on the thing. But actually, the sleeves aren't that huge. They do taper down to the wrist, and then you sort of roll them up to look trendy. Yeah, and it also said that the neck binding was done differently. I mean, look, don't ignore that bit. I really should put one of my big labels over that and then hide it, but I don't know what went on there, but I've sort of done the binding the way I would do the binding and finished it off how I thought. But nobody sees that bit because it's tucked inside. Yeah, it said that the binding was done differently, and I couldn't see how the binding was different. To other Tessuti patterns, it said, the Athena neckline binding method is different to the neckline binding method on other Tessuti patterns. Please follow the instructions carefully. So I did that. I put it to right side to wrong side. Oh no, I didn't. That was me caringism. I didn't have the top the right way round and pinned the wrong side of the binding showing. So when I went to do it, I pinned it to the inside. No, I pinned it to the outside to tuck in, which meant, and this was inside out, so I pinned it to the wrong side. So basically I had all the seams on the outside, but the neck binding looked fine. So that was a bit ridiculous, yeah. So I had to pull it all out, and I think that's where that happened, because I had to unpick, and it was just that little bit free and a bit mad. But I just love this colour blue. I love that blue. Love that material. So that was that one. And then next is the dreaded Butterick 6770, which I did the sew along. God love her. Michelle, one of my viewers, bless you, Michelle. She came up with the idea that, you know, I had this problem with like a cowl back neck. She came up with the idea that I'd put the little bit of back yoke, I mean, it was a little bit, it was only sort of yay long. It was slightly tapered like that. She came up with the idea that I'd put it in upside down, and of course I had. So that was what the problem was. However, the neckline's still massive on it, as you'll see from the video, I think. And in fact, if I put it on and before I pull it up onto my shoulders, I mean, it's here. It's really huge, really, really huge. So yeah, you'll just see the back yoke there is sort of slightly at an angle like that. Well, I had it that way. So because I had it that way, that's how the neckline was. There was just more material in the yoke than there was in the neck, and the neck binding, I should say, the facing that went around the neck. But I do love it. Now it's sitting properly. I've shortened it considerably. I turned up, I think I did a 4 centimetre hem. I turned it up 4 centimetres and then 4 centimetres again, just to give it a bit weight to hold it down, because I thought it is quite floaty and blousy and voluminous. And I just thought, yeah, it needs a bit of weight in the hem to pull it down. And actually one of my ladies who watches said I would give it a good hem to give it a bit of weight to pull it down. Yeah, so that's that top finished as well. So aren't I doing well? Or haven't I done well? And then finally you saw my Sofia pants, and you know how much I love them. And I was so pleased. They gave me my sojo back after the disaster with the white blouse. And they're from the Tilly and the Buttons Make It Simple book, and I will definitely be making another pair of them for my holidays in September if we are going to get away, because they're just fantastic. They're easy to sew, they're comfortable, and yeah, they're comfortable. And because we've had the gorgeous weather lately and it's been really sticky and really hot, and I've been visiting my auntie in hospital as well. We know how hot hospitals are. That's without it being hot outside. I've been wearing my Sofia pants, and I can honestly say they are the coolest thing. They're just lovely, and I can imagine wearing them abroad on a night time and them being lovely and floaty and cool. So they were a massive success. Gave me my sojo back. I then managed to sew up the moved straight onto the Zadie because I had it cut out. Finished that. I actually sewed that in about, I would say about 6 hours. I know that's an incredibly long time, but it's not long for me to get a garment finished. It was already cut out. And did I already have blue in my machine? No, I had to change the spool and everything like that. No, I had to do that. Yeah, so I was really chuffed. I mean, it was 6 hours. It was over a couple of days. It wasn't all a 6 hours straight. I couldn't sew for that long anyway. So on to what I'm wearing. This is a blouse I made last summer, and it's one of the first things I made, and I even made it before I got my overlocker. So like the edges, I mean, this is bias binding, and renegade me, I went and used pink because I didn't have any yellow, and it is slightly sort of wonky, like the neck's slightly sort of wonky, but I don't care about that. But I suppose you could pull it down as well. You could wear it like that on holiday. So show you my white bits. And it's got a bit of a flirty sleeve, but not as huge as that green blouse I made with the same style sleeve. And it is the new look 6892, and it was that view there, view B. And I think I've got some of that material that I made my Zadie in. I've got some left. So I think I'm going to try and make one of these. It says I only need 1.5 meters or 1.25 meters, which I'm sure I've got left in that blue material, because I think I bought about 4 meters of it from Tessuti Fabrics, I think I said. And I think at the time it was about £7.95 a metre, 6 now. I might be doing it and just, it might be different. But everywhere had it at the time. When you looked online, Rainbow Fabrics had it, and everybody had it, and it was all the same price across the board. And that was the time that I'd spotted Tamlyn, and I'd sort of rushed in, and she was getting in a car and going home, and that's when I went in, because I was just too embarrassed in case I saw her in the flesh. I would have been, starstruck. I would have been open-mouthed and gobsmacked and looked like an absolute idiot. So yes, so the plans are to use the rest of that blue and white material to make one of those blouses for my hollybobs, which I think will look really nice. Now, what else? Is there anything else sewing wise? No. Temu haul. I'm presuming everybody's heard of Temu now. I'm not being sponsored by them. I've ordered loads of rubbish from them, as my husband calls it. There's another one of them orange bags full of rubbish in the haul for you. But I've had some good stuff as well. I've had some water drinking bottles that are 2 litres. They're huge. I mean, they're the size of your head. They're massive. I got some of them, and hopefully to encourage me to drink more water, but it's still sitting in the car and it hasn't been opened yet, so it hasn't worked yet. But it will do. And then I went on to, I ordered some bits and pieces. I ordered like a toothbrush and toothpaste holder for when we go on our holidays. So you put the toothpaste and the toothbrush in one, and they're quite good. Whether they collapse, I don't know, you know. We'll just see, have to see how they go. But since I'm not going on holiday till September, I can't report on how good or bad they are yet. But then I did get a little array of things here, and I did purchase my new spool holder, and I've been after one of these spool racks for ages, but I don't have a lot of space. And if I move my sewing space when the kitchen finally gets done, if I move that up to the front bedroom, I'm going to have a desk about yay big. It's not gonna, I'm gonna have literally enough for my sewing machine and for my overlocker and possibly my light, and that will be it. I won't have any space for this. Anyway, this spool holder has come and it's vast. It is huge. But I'll show you it. I'll turn you around. 1 second. There. So I've made sure it's all colour coordinated, obviously. Isn't it pretty? Yeah. And then my favourite side, all the pinks. All the pinks and all the reds. And it does turn. It's a little bit creaky, but it does turn. So you'll see a lot of these coat smooth threads have still got the cellophane around them because I haven't even opened them yet. I bought a job lot when I first got my sewing machine. I thought, oh, I need some thread, and I bought a job lot of coat smooth stuff, and it's been fine. It's absolutely fine. I just went for it because it was cheap and cheerful, and you got either pastel shades or darker shades. So, you know, that would have been one of the pastel shades, and then there was all the darker ones as well. So there's a dark, I think that's very dark brown that I haven't used yet. But yeah, there's quite a few I haven't even opened yet. But it's good. It's good. I'm quite happy with it. There's a little bit, oh dear. Yeah, it's started. I don't know if you can see down here where the screw's gone in. We had a bit of a careism when we're putting that together as well. It's not just with sewing. So there's the wood splintered and the little bits come out there. And you can see you can see where I've put the screw in. And it's splintered there as well. But hey ho, it was £16.59, which I didn't think was bad. I've just had a quick look on Amazon, because when I was looking at it I was thinking, oh, I'm sure that's cheaper than Amazon. And I've just had another look just to check that actually was cheaper, and I wasn't diddling myself. That holds 72 spools and it was £16.59. There's some on Amazon that hold 84 spools, but they're £43.99. And there is one of those sort of racks that stands like an A-frame like that. And that holds 60 spools and that's £13.99. The only thing I'll say about this is the bits that you put, I'm trying to pull them out because they do pull out quite easy. These bits here that you put the spools onto are quite thick. So for instance, let's get one of me Gutterman ones. Yeah, they don't fit. It's just this sort of spool that fits on. But I did notice when I've been back in to check the price of this tonight, when they've got it styled, they've got spools on one side and then they've got jewellery hanging on it. So I thought, oh, that's not a bad idea. I could always use it for jewellery if I managed to get myself a nice spool one to hang on the wall. But again, where I'm hoping to put my sewing space, there's no wall space. It's a desk in a cubby hole. There's wardrobe backing instead of the wall. And then there's shelves above, and the only wall where I would be able to put it is behind the bed at the other side of the room. And yeah, it wouldn't look right. So that will do for now. At least I can stand that on a cabinet or something. And it's got handles on the top and everything to carry around. So I was quite chuffed with that. It did take a bit of putting together and you had to get everything the right way around, which of course I didn't. Yeah. So the spiral thing, I ended up having that up over, so then it wasn't going to spin. Turned that the right way. I got a couple of the corner rods in the wrong way so that the slats weren't down, they were up over, in which case the spools would have fallen off. Stupid. So there was some fun and games putting that together. Right, so that was a success. I've ordered some feet for my sewing machine. I don't know if you can see that. That's a 1/4 inch, clear 1/4 inch foot. I've got a 1/4 inch sewing foot, but it's not clear. And then I ordered that one, which I'm not quite sure what I'll use that for yet, but I thought it was quite good that it had the guide plate. I've actually tried that. I did use that on something I was sewing. I think it was the blue top, the Athena top. I had a go at using that, and it does work on my machine and it does fit and everything. So they were a success. And then I've got some sort of rolled hem foot. I haven't tried these yet. I've got 2 different sizes. I don't know why you need different sizes, to be honest, but I think they were, well, how much were they? Rolled hem, £1.27 each. And I think the 2 clear presser feet were 48p each. For 48p, if it doesn't work, it's only 48p, isn't it? So another rolled hem foot. We'll leave that and that to the end. Oh, I saw Andrea from Beyond the Pink Door using one of these rulers when she was hemming something or doing something. And I thought, ooh, I want one of them. And so I've got one. And much to my surprise, I thought it would be really plasticky and rubbish and bendy, and it's not. It's metal, it's solid, and it's really good. There's all the different measurements on all the different size and telling you how, and there it's in centimetres as well, which is handy for us old fogies. That's, you know, is my heat resistant hemming ruler that you can iron over, and that saves your fingers. Top tip: don't put binding on a Zadie jumpsuit with the steam on your iron. Don't make the binding with steam on your iron, because you do burn your fingers. Which I should have known, of course. But yeah, I still managed to do it. So not so good buys from Temu was the rotary cutter. Rotary cutter, high quality it says. No, it's not. It doesn't rotate. So yeah, you can push it, but it does eventually. But yeah, no, it's not gonna, and actually it really chews up me cut resistant mat as well. So I ordered rotary cutter, and I ordered 5 blades to go with it. The rotary cutter was £4.98, the blades were £2.48, and I thought, well, I wasn't expecting great things, but you know, it looks like a rotary cutter I've got, very similar. I haven't got them out at the minute, but it looks like one I've got already, so the blades will come in handy if nothing else. I haven't dared take them out the packet, because the one time that blade did move, I don't know if I've still got it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah. Sorry, just giving you the finger there, haven't I? Yeah, that finger got in front of the blade, and I bled like Billy-O. It certainly is a sharp blade, I'll say that much for it. It just doesn't rotate, which is pretty bad when it's a rotary cutter. So there was those to go back. These as well, these lovely pins. I am daft about butterflies. So when I saw these, and I've seen them in other shops as well, but they're about like £4 or £5. So when I saw those with the little butterfly tops, I thought, oh yes, come to mama. So I got those, and they were £1.47. So they weren't bad. I don't know how many's in there. Quite a few. But they're a bit blunt and they're a bit thick. And I think if I was putting them through like a quilting cotton, if I was using them as quilting pins, which is sort of what they are, I think you would struggle, and I think you'd end up like riving the material. So they were a bit of a disappointment as well. So those three things, I got straight onto Temu, and it said, you know, returns are free and everything. So I thought, great, well, I'll send them back. And the 3 of those came to £8.94. And so you fill in a form online saying why you're returning the thing, and then it asks you for a photograph or a video, which I learned doesn't have to be a video of the thing not working, because I just took a photo of the blades with the barcode on the side. I got a reply back straight away saying, you don't need to return the items, just keep them. We'll refund your bank account in 5 to 10 working days or something. Well, it was there the very next day. So top marks for Temu to, you know, what customer service is that I just think that's brilliant. There aren't many places that would do that nowadays. I don't know if they've got a policy if it's less than 10 or 20 pounds or something. They don't, it's not worth their while to replace it. You know, I've got some blades that might actually work on my other rotary cutters, and as we know, they are sharp. So that was that. On the other thing that I ordered that was actually, it's quite good, because I do have one of these, and I don't know which size it is. I think it's probably that size there. I already have a bias binder maker. These are just all different sizes. So, and they came after I'd done my bias binding for my Zadie, which was a shame because I wouldn't have minded having a go at making the bias with those. It's quite hilarious, the instructions on the back. It says, pin the hot tape in the ditch above. Pin the hot tape in the ditch above. And then number 2 looks completely different. So it goes through and it changes colour and it comes out different like that. And then number 3, it says, pin it and iron it while pulling it. And then what's going on with number 4? I don't know. I will have to watch, I think, a YouTube video that somebody's made on using these, and I'll have to give them a go. I put that in the wrong way around. And that's about it. So thank you to Michelle B, my viewer, who suggested the back yoke on the white blouse. I was really, I mean, I sent her a thing saying, thank you so much, you've done it, you've hit the nail on the head. It's worked, it's fine, and I definitely will wear it now, the way it is. No, so I'm going to crack on with that top, that lovely top in that lovely blue and white material. I still have the Tilly and the Buttons play suit cut out that I cut out when I was up at Sea Houses, and I'm hopefully going to crack on with that as well. So I'll hopefully be back with more sewing to show you next time. If you like what you've seen, please subscribe. I'm so near 2,000 subscribers, and I've been nearer than I am. I've lost about 10 subscribers over the last week or two. It keeps going up and down. It's really infuriating. It gets up to 1,994 and then it drops down to 1,985, and it's like, what have I done? Obviously offended somebody. But yeah, it would be really great if you could give me a thumbs up as well. And I'll hopefully see you all again. Have a lovely week wherever you are. I hope the weather's great for you. I hope you're happy and healthy in whatever you're doing. And I'll see you all again soon.